Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine here in HappyCool, and welcome to a new review for Banshee. This week's episode was called A Fixer of Sorts. Let's talk about it. First, some quick thoughts. Love the Job and Sugar scene, and I think it made sense that Sugar was wearing a suit because he had to blend in and not stand out in the middle of the crowd, so yeah. Also, Sugar had some wise words for Siobhan in this episode. Some people, you can know them before you know about them. Definitely applies to Hood. I also love that Brock goes to a strip club to vent out his issues about him and his wife's relationship. It was just perfect. Amy said that Shaden was shy and gentle as a kid. That is so hard to imagine. And I think it's gonna be even harder to imagine next week when Shaden learns about his brother dying, because that's not gonna go well. Speaking of Tommy, I totally saw this crazy thing coming. When he ran out of the tent, I was like, oh, this guy's gonna die at some point, or something's gonna happen. It's not gonna be pretty. And I was right. Moving on to Proctor, and apparently I didn't realize that Emily is Brock's ex-wife last week, so yeah, need to pay attention to faces more. And speaking of Emily, it looks like she's already kind of swooping in Proctor's life, so you know, sparks maybe a little bit. I don't know. Proctor's mom asked him to put Rebecca somewhere else once she dies, which leads me to think she kind of knows there's something a little bit unhealthy going on in the house. I don't know if she knows to what extent it is, but she knows that he's not a good influence for Rebecca, so we'll see if Proctor actually follows through. I don't think he will, and even if he does, I'm not sure Rebecca can really come back from this, so you know, we'll see. But of course, the most exciting moment of the freaking episode, Burton versus Nola. I literally had to watch that scene twice. Once to kind of get all my thoughts down, and then another one to just kind of like experience it all over again. I almost want to watch it like a third time now because it's just so epic and is probably my favorite scene of Banshee like ever. When the axe hits Burton, I was like, is that chain coming out? No, it was Nola, which is even cooler. And then part of me is like, what happened to being ready every single moment of your life? Oh, he was ready. I just didn't know it yet. The fighting in the car. Oh, I was like, oh my god, they're getting in the car. Oh my god, the camera is going on. Oh my god, I just don't even know I just kind of freaked out during this whole scene. And then Burton finally takes off his glasses, pulls out that little glass piece that was in his face, and then opens the trunk where there are tons of weapons, and he's like, whoop. I make terrible sound effects. And if that wasn't amazing enough, we get a flashback of each one's past, which gives them the extra boost to start fighting harder. And Burton wins. I had a little bit of a gag reflex when that happened because it was like, oh, I can't even watch it, but I can't stop watching, and it's just kind of, you know, part of me was rooting for Nola because I'm like, Nola, she's awesome. But then part of me is like, but I would miss Burton so much if he died. So now I'm just conflicted, and I was hoping that neither would die. Damn you, Banshee writers. It was so good. I can't even take it. And it doesn't stop there, because then you get Burton sewing himself back up as you do. And Emily comes in. And then I'm like, huh. Burton and Emily. So now I'm kind of shipping Burton and Emily more than Emily and Proctor. Burton needs some love too, you know. And then Lucas Hood. Special Agent Robert Phillips was at the door, and there was no way for me to know this. Doesn't it seem like there is no break for Lucas Hood? Because literally the second he gets away from Phillips, he gets tasered by some other dude. I was like, really? Like, give him 5 minutes, you know? But on the other hand, it led to some pretty cool moments with Mr. Raymond Walton Brantley. And we discovered that electric gloves now exist to torture people. Did not know that. That's a new one. But probably the best moment was when Hood throws Bentley through that hole under the truck, and he literally gets crushed by the truck. And then poor Wanda is like... And of course I'm glad that Hood went back to save Phillips because, you know, he's got to. Which leads to the cliffhanger. Freaking Phillips send that interrogation tape to the office. And Siobhan was the one watching it. So now she knows that Hood is not Hood. And of course that's where to decide to end it, because why not? Ugh. Damn you, Banshee! I can't even with this episode. This is episode 3. What are they gonna do for the finale is all I'm wondering, because I don't know if I can take it. Anyway, that's all I had for you this week, but of course I'd love to know what you thought. Did you freak out over that Nola Burton scene? What do you think Siobhan's reaction's gonna be? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next week for a brand new Banshee review. Bye! I also wanted to mention really quickly that a lot of the flashback scenes that we saw in this episode are a little bit explained in the Banshee Origins videos that you can find online. I'll put the link in the description, but they're on the Cinemax YouTube channel. I think they also have a website for them. They're really good because they really inform a lot of the characters' backstories. See a little bit of the Burton backstory with Proctor, which actually leads to the scene we saw in this episode. You can watch the entire interrogation scene with Hood, which is amazing. So make sure to check them out.